It's just crazy, you know. I used to come by here every day, work as a lifeguard down at the beach, and I'd have to come down here every single day, and it's just so crazy to just turn and look, and you don't recognize anything anymore. You know, a lot of friends of mine lost their houses, and you know, it's really sad.
These people here have been with my parents, they're the McGoverns. They've been here, they raised 8 kids here. And the other one is the original owners, Helen and Jack Sinnott, raised their kids here.
That's the story for the whole town.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
just generation on generation on generation.
It is overwhelming because it is such a tight-knit community that goes back so many years. A lot of people have other family members here. Kids all grew up together.
We've known families here from when we were little. We just hope one day it'll be the way it was. You know, we can rebuild.
The water didn't rise gradually. It was around 7 o'clock. It was like someone opened up a dam. You know, that's when one of my neighbors came up here and told me I got to get my family out. I ran back to my house, carried my dog out of the house, got my parents out. Everyone was getting scared, and the first place they come to is the firehouse. But then the firehouse started flooding. We started taking water on really fast.
We ran into some tough times. We had to abandon our firehouse initially because of the surge flood. We sought shelter at higher ground at a building next to it, and that building flooded, and we had to consider leaving that.
The water got so bad that their boats couldn't even handle, you know, what was going on. They had to bail out to the clubhouse. And we went up to them, we were like, are you rescuing us or are we rescuing you? They're like, I think you're rescuing us. So we brought them in, you know, we were waiting out in the clubhouse, and then we could see people with flashlights shining lights from their windows and decks because they were in trouble, they needed help. So high tide was around 8:40. That's when it all stopped. Our chief was actually getting everyone around to say a prayer because some people thought that they wouldn't even make it out of the clubhouse alive. And then looking out the window, we could see a glow down by the houses.
This was the most historic fire since 1860 of residential homes. They lost 110 homes. But the significant thing is with the flood, the hurricane, and the firestorm that came, not one person died. And that's just phenomenal. That's something that we'll always be proud of.
We got a truck on scene down by the big fire, and we went to hook up to a hydrant and found out that none of the hydrants worked. A water main must have blew, something happened. At that point, the city fire department truck started arriving, and they were dropping hard suction pipes into the parking lot. The parking lot was about 3 to 4 feet deep, and they were sucking water from the parking lot into their rigs to put it on the fire. So we sent another truck around to the promenade, which the city can't reach because we have small 4-wheel drive vehicles that could get places that the city fire trucks can't. We sent them around that way, and they radioed back to us that they were able to get some hydrant pressure. You know, everything was burning. We didn't know where to start. So what we did was just found the last house that was on fire, the house that was furthest west, and just tried to contain as much as we could and, you know, not let it burn anymore.
We're just lucky that the fire stopped right at the house. It got so hot, but it didn't burn because of the concrete. But all my family's from 1935 to 2012 is still intact. A lot of it got waterlogged, but we're going to try to get up a lot of it restored.
Pictures, old pictures and
you
stuff
know,
of
and
family.
a lot of memories. And I hope to God they do rebuild.
It's a tough community. It's a faith-based community, and they're going to come back. The story needs to be told, and you know, the story of the first responders, the volunteer firemen from the 3 companies, the city of New York, and a lot of those folks that came out that night really did an awesome job. And then the other story that needs to be told is the overwhelming response of humanity after it.